These StarField mods are ridiculous. What is going on with all these big butts going on? And let's just see what's up, man. Let's just see what's up with the big butts up in StarField.
Do you want to get to places faster in StarField? Are you tired of everybody staring at you? Have you ever wanted a map? That's it, just a map. Do you want Sarah's butt to get even bigger? Then you've came to the right video, my friend.
Good.
Welcome to week 4 of StarField Mods Weekly. These are going to be the highlight mods of the week, just like how you guys are the highlight of my week, right? I always look forward to making these and reading your comments. Thank you for leaving them. You're awesome. All right, biggest complaint of StarField, lack of a map, especially in cities. And you know, before you wet your knickers, nobody's made an entire map yet. It's just a billboard map that's gonna be in all parts of New Atlantis, and that's realistic. You know, cities have these things, except for maybe the more info on GameMaps.com and maybe the fact that the base frontier is also in the map. But hey, it lights up at night. I guess it's better than nothing. Better than this piece of shit. Oh, and you might also want to get the improved transit.
I have not played it yet. I heard that the ship designer is really cool. The ship editor, the creator, I heard the ship editor is awesome. We've seen some footage of that. I have not played StarField yet. Eventually, I think I will, just not yet. Is the map that bad? There's no map. So essentially, there's like nothing to look at where you're at, which is, you know, fantastic.
Signs for New Atlantis.
Erad's been playing a lot of StarField. He says, really, they should have done maps like that. I like the FPS combat, says Erad.
Either my character is a hobbit or the vanilla sign is not even eye level with the player. They don't even tell you like everything that's in each.
That's what I've heard. Matt Style says the game is meh, but the ship designer needs to be a game of its own. I've heard the ship designer is like worth getting the game for, actually. That's how good it is.
Strict. I don't think Bethesda even wanted us to use these, to be honest. I don't think they even wanted us to use the map. I don't think they even wanted us to know where we were at any time.
Red Bear says, don't bother.
Second biggest problem. How do we get to that thing in the distance in a reasonable time with no vehicles? Now, I had no clue that this was a thing, but in the vanilla game, if you bind the jump key to something else besides space, you will boost horizontally. Yeah, I don't know. It's just Bethesda things, okay? Now let's put that secret mechanic on just a little bit of crack, okay? Just a little. Well, actually a lot, depending on which version you download. I definitely recommend just a little bit of crack. It's gonna let you clear distances for melee or shotgun hits. You're gonna get to that thing in that distance in like half the time. You know, the 10 times.
What's up, Samarty? Thank you for that subscription, man. 2 months. Congratulations. He's on his 2nd anniversary here on DG360. Thank you, Samarty. I appreciate you, bro. That helps.
Times multipliers. It's gonna feel good as you're crossing that map, but then you're gonna be bouncing off the walls, face planting, missing shots, flying off the cliffs. You know, unless you are a FPS god, can't really recommend anything greater than 5 times. Which also, by the way, did you know that NPCs could always done this? It's in the game. EA. Speaking of things that you may or may not have known, have you tried sprinting without a weapon and then jumping in 3rd person? I know this sounds weird. Apparently, your head gets stuck staring to the left or right. I had never seen this before. So, you know, I took off my helmet, I took off my weapon, sprinted, took a nice big jump, and lo and behold, nothing happened. It was fine. It turns out that this only affects male characters, which is something I'm completely foreign to the concept of, and so I became a man.
Really, Mary?
More specifically, a black man. Got in my underwear, took a big old jump, and I couldn't believe my eyes.
Why they gotta make it happen to only the black man? That is so racist, Bethesda. Why you gotta make it so it's just the black man that deals with this?
The man was not lying. My immersion broken. Nobody was there. Nobody was even standing there at all to the left of me. Why was he looking? There was no reason. My immersion levels were dwindling rapidly until I got the sprint head tracking bug fix. Safe again. Speaking of immersion, I'm about to raise your immersion levels to
Bethesda.
Peaks that
can we shame Bethesda for letting that only happen to the black character? Shame them. Shame them. How you gonna do that?
Shame.
How you gonna do that, Bethesda?
Shame.
Jesus.
Never achieved before in your entire career of playing StarField. First, why is everybody in this game the same height? That's not how the real world works. I would know. That's how a lot of us wish the world worked. And that's why I got the height randomizer to remind us that short kings exist in numbers. Maybe too many numbers. Why is everybody short now? Must be bad RNG. But you know who got bad RNG? Ikande here. But hey, it looks like he's about to have the time of his goddamn life. But hey, if you want to have the time of your goddamn life or give other people the time of their goddamn lives, the innie is modifiable, which means yes. Yes, indeed. Don't even say it. I've already read your mind.
That is a crazy big. That is a big girl right there, and she's an Amazonian. She is gonna have some fun with you. You better watch out. My back could not handle that.
You can indeed make all women Amazonian. You know, just watch out for furniture scaling. Okay, that's still a thing. Except.
Oh, that is the woman of my dreams right there. Look at that straddle.
For a ship, apparently. That does not scale. But you know what's even worse than everybody being the same height? Being treated like a piece of meat. Everyone's always staring at you. Those large, apparently lack of ambient occlusion, beady, uncoordinated eyes.
Not only that guy looked like George Takei right there. That was like
lack of ambient occlusion, beady, uncoordinated.
Oh my, that is a George Takei if I've ever seen George Takei right there. Oh my.
Eyes. Not only is it just outright disturbing, but it's also just
this is a bit disturbing. I mean, like when the like when the NPCs. You think the devs like had that in mind, that they had to make the characters do that, man, with these eyes, man? These eyes are freaking me out, man. Look at all the eyes everywhere. Why all these eyes everywhere, man? These big eyes. Big eyes up there on the screen, big eyes over here. There's eyes up on that side. What's up with the eyes, man? Bethesda's got some crazy Sauron vibes going on here.
Incredibly not immersive. I'm not a celebrity. I don't have a fat ass. Okay, maybe in some lightings. I just don't understand why people keep staring at me. So
that's what Buck looks like. This is my cousin Buck.
The fat ass. Okay, maybe in some lightings. I just don't understand.
Listen, this is what my cousin, I'm not kidding you. This is what my cousin Buck, he's gonna, when I take a vacation this year, if I get to take one, I'm having Buck do a streaming for me. So Buck is gonna do like a guest stream, and his name's Buck Storm, man. I mean, it's a crazy name. And he's got like a crazy Southern accent, but he is my cousin from Alabama, and I will be having him on the show when I go on vacation. You guys are going to be treated to my cousin. Now, my cousin, you got to listen, my cousin, he's a little bit different. All right. So like, you just got to deal with it until I get back. So Buck will be hosting the show in the near future.
Why people keep staring at me. So I got stopped staring at me by the man fading signal. And now people basically only stare if I'm really close to them, which makes sense. If you get in my way while I'm walking here, I'll probably look at you. But if I'm going to be completely 100% transparent with you guys, I'm still kind of on the fence about this mod because it's just too goddamn hilarious seeing them staring at me like this. But if that's not immersive enough for you, we also have gravity affects weight. Explain to me how we are on different planets with different gravity, yet somehow things weigh the same?
Because they didn't figure that out. Because Bethesda didn't ever figure that out. Because Bethesda didn't take the time to really notice it or look at it. These numbers are just for like people that believe that Bethesda took the time to try and figure that out. You know, the gamers, we're going to figure it out. You can't ever hide these things from gamers, man. We're going to test everything. This is the thing that is crazy about these AAA publishers, these developers, that they don't know this already. Like, I can't believe that they would just let something like this through and that's completely okay, and they think they could bamboozle the gamer. They can't do that.
Wait, what's that? That's why they chose to call it mass instead of weight. God damn it! Todd Howard covered his tracks on this one pretty good, but why not use this opportunity to add a really interesting and immersive gameplay feature? Check out this comm relay and its weight change depending on what planet I'm on. This makes the gravity of a planet something you actually want to take notice of now, instead of a cool kind of vanity metric that you pay attention once in a blue moon. Since that
this is a case of the modders doing the work that the Bethesda should have done. If a modder can do this, why did Bethesda not do this? Like, think about that for a moment. Bethesda's selling pitch should be like, modders do it better. Bethesda. I said this a couple streams ago. They need a tagline to sell their products. Bethesda's tagline should be, modders do it better.
600 pounds of lead is either going to be nothing or the reason why you'll never get off this planet. Now it's time to crank those immersion levels all the way to the max. This might even be too immersive for most people. Think about this. You're fighting some space pirates in space. You're hitting them with the lasers. You're hearing them go pew pew. Not immersive. You're in space, for God's sake. Sound doesn't travel through a vacuum. Oh. Wait a second. When atmospheric pressure drops, the sound becomes more higher pitched, plain, and quiet, rather than boomy and... Okay, well, well, here are the sounds anyways.
Listen, man, this is a long... I thought this debate is closed. I thought, like, why do people even have this debate still, man? If you have a game out there that follows that type of realism, I'm a realism freak. I love realism in gaming, you know? I come from it. I understand. I was born in it, okay? But like, if you have a space game where you cannot hear lasers shoot and you cannot hear explosions, you would not have a successful title. That's just plain and simple. Plain and simple. You got to balance the fun and you got to balance the realism. And that's just like crazy. Do you know of a space game out there that actually has no sound in it? Tell me if you know of one. I want to know how much it's sold. Because I'm going to tell you right now, it probably didn't sell a lot. This debate should be closed, tucked in, and buried 6 feet deep. I don't understand why it even happens still. This is a debate that has happened to the end of time. The end of time. It's just going to keep happening. It's just going to keep happening.
Yeah, I mean, well, it's kind of just like muffled and hulled reverberations and such. Man, are you sure this isn't immersive? Really? This isn't immersive? All right, well, this isn't...
That's fine. You want to put the low rumble in there and give it the hybrid sound effect treatment, as I call it. That's cool if you want to do that. But I've never seen any game that has literally no sounds and follows the rules of science.
Man, are you sure this isn't immersive? Really? This isn't immersive? All right, well, this isn't so much an immersion thing, more of an aesthetic thing, and it's called stellar glass. Bethesda's has always had really cloudy glass textures.
Right,
like
dude.
the kind of glass you just want to get a little Windex, little towel, and just start rubbing away vigorously, but it never clears up. It's just not very satisfying. You know, you think in a space game where everything's futuristic, they'd have better Windex or some shit. You know, it's like a tradition at this point to really clean up that fogginess and just make everything so much,
because it comes from those ESO vibes, man. They're pulling assets out from ESO on that. That's why that glass is all fogged. That's why they're pulling out the old ESO assets, man.
More aesthetically pleasing while still kind of retaining the glass look so that you still can tell that there is a glass there. Now, the biggest mod this week fixes a problem which, again, I didn't even know was a thing, but, you know, once I was shown, I could not notice it.
What's up, music
and the
gamer?
same
Welcome
will probably
to the chat.
happen
Welcome to
you.
DG360,
if you want to take the blue pill and be a little bitch and just leave the video, go for it. Or take the red pill and check out the weapon swap stuttering fix. Apparently, each weapon modifier causes an inventory read, and the more modifiers you have, the longer it takes to swap weapons. Now, this is like a very small micro stutter, but as with all small micro stutters, once you realize it, you can't stop noticing it and thinking.
Yes, you can't undo the micro stutter, man. Once it's in your brain, man. It's a Wrath of Khan earworm, man.
About it, which is presumably why this is like the most popular mod of the week. And now that I've shown you the micro stutter when you change weapons, you basically have no other choice than to download this mod. It's a brutal cycle, really. I'm sorry, but I'm just also not sorry.
Damn. Some people didn't even notice until this dude said it.
Right. But hey, look, as an apology and to build up goodwill, I will give you a present. You like hot space babes, right? Yeah, you like those. Here's Kotum magazine covers. There's an NSFW version with, like, you know, 17,000 times more views and downloads and everything. But wait, what's that? You're tired of space babes on magazines? No, I understand. That was a terrible present. The real gift is Rogue Big Booty Sarah outfit. This to me is about as large of a Glutamus Maximus we can possibly.
It's not that big of a booty. Like, it's really not that big of a booty. That's just a white girl trying to have have a booty right there. They try sometimes.
Achieve without playing around with the meshes, which requires the creation kit.
The booty, like, I don't get it, because he always brings out these big booties, and every time he does it, I'm like, that's not a big booty, man. I'm a booty aficionado. Let me tell you, this is not a big booty right here. This booty, it's not a big booty. You know, you have to want to have more. You got to aspire to great big booty greatness.
Look, I understand that this is a lot for some of you 14-year-olds to take in, so that's why I'm holding you at gunpoint. Make any moves, and you're going to horny jail.
We need bigger
booty.
You're
going to horny jail.
I
got my eyes on you. While you have your eyes on Sarah's booty. I mean, just look at how satisfied Sarah is of her new gluteus maximus.
I am a booty
and
pro.
Andreja, can't forget about her. Okay, cool. That's like the third week we are now improving on Sarah's butt.
What's up, Execute? He's like, I'm watching this muted right now, but is the COTM Girl Magazine in the game? Does that stand for Oh, I can't say that. What are you doing?
I don't think any single aspect of...
I thought that said coconut for... I thought... Oh, Execute. Oh,
StarField
dude.
is going to be more refined than how refined Sarah's ass has been so far. And okay, cool. I'm going to be honest. I totally forgot to talk about this last mod, and I don't really have a good way of transitioning from Sarah's ass for the third time to, you know, these doors and these hatches.
All right. Enough of this. Next.